up, everybody? This is Petey from SupplementReviews.com, mimicking my good friend over at MTS Nutrition, Marc. As you might have guessed, we're reviewing one of MTS Nutrition's products today. Their brand new, brand spanking off-the-shelf product, Machine Fuel. Alright, this joins their product line, including Clash, the pre-workout, their MTS Machine Whey, both which I've reviewed and loved. Let's see if this stuff lives up to the billing of other stuff that Marc or MTS Nutrition has put out there. Alright. Fits the bill of looking like the rest of the product line. That's good. I like uniformity here. Got the big M on the front there. A little self-serving to you, Marc. I see what you did there. For MTS Nutrition, Machine Training Solutions, and I guess let's look at the very front here. MTS Nutrition, the perfect intra-workout BCAA from the man who popularized intra-workout BCAA. The backstory with that, good friend Marc there, he used to be with another company that had one of the very first popular BCAA products. We're not going to mention them because that's not the review for this. I'm sure if you really wanted to know, it's not going to be too hard to find. He was huge over there, and he did indeed make BCAAs pretty dang famous for their benefits of exercise recovery, protein synthesis, and all that good stuff. So Marc's kind of going back to his roots here, if you ask me, in terms of coming out with a new product. However, I think this product goes above and beyond in terms of what amino acids are capable of being for an intra-workout. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. First of all here, for taste and mixability. This product comes in two flavors. The traditionally two best-selling ones for the moment, grape and watermelon. This one happens to be the grape flavor. I got this stuff immediately after it was released, so I was one of the very first to try it, and I was very excited to do so. I'm a huge fan of amino acids in terms of recovery. There's a lot of good studies out there in terms of effectiveness of protein synthesis recovery-wise, and also they're kind of tasty to sip on during your workout. Adding sugars to your workout there, and all that good stuff, as well as preventing catabolism. So, taste on this stuff, the grape. I've been rocking 2 scoops and about 24 ounces of water in my good old SR blender bottle, which further increases protein synthesis, the ongoing joke. And it's actually very tasty. It's got that kind of Welch's grape flavor there, a little bit bitter, not too sweet, and it's definitely purple, so everybody knows it's grape. And overall, it's actually a very enjoyable flavor. It's got that little bit of bitterness. It's actually quite refreshing. There's a very familiar afterbite of amino acids to it, so that's to be expected, and it mixes perfectly fine. It has a little bit of foam at the top when you mix it. That's just the nature of Lucian. It's not going to mix completely immediately, so that's nothing that's going to be complained about. I actually quite enjoy this flavor. I'm a huge fan of grape-flavored intra-workouts, so this gets a good rating from me. It gets a 9.4 out of 10. I really like the taste of this stuff. It hits the spot, and it tastes good, especially in some cold water. Once again, very good there. Now, the bread and butter of this product, of an amino acid product, this is going to be very simple, very quick, and very to the point, but oh so awesome. The recommended use is 1 to 2 scoops with 8 to 16 ounces of water. For supplement facts, for 1 scoop, alright, which is 9.35 grams here, 30 per container, you're going to have L-leucine at 3 grams, isoleucine at 1.5 grams, L-valine at 1.5 grams, L-taurine at 1 gram, and agmatine sulfate at 0.5 gram. This is per 1 scoop. So, I rock 2 scoops of this. So that's going to double everything in there. It's going to have 6 grams of leucine, 3 of the isoleucine, 3 of the valine, and 2 grams of the taurine in here, as well as a gram of agmatine. This stuff, I really like the ingredient profile. It's very basic in terms of the amino acids in there. I mean, it's hard to mess that up in terms of BCAA. You got the 3 BCAAs in there. But the thing that I really like here in terms of the inclusion is the agmatine sulfate. It's something that's kind of often overlooked in terms of intra-workout performance for blood flow, for vasodilation, and I guess for the pump aspect of things. But this stuff is almost stupid in terms of the pumps you get working out. It can almost be too much. So, one word of caution here with ingredient profiles: if you're using a pre-workout that has agmatine in it or other nitrate-promoting product that you respond well to, be careful using too much of this stuff or using it at the very same time. It can almost become a hindrance because you almost get too much of a pump. And, I mean, that sounds terrible, but, it's just almost too much. I mean, this is kind of something you're like, crap, alright, wow, that was an awesome pump, and now my arms hurt. But, regardless, I really like the ingredient profile. I love it. I've actually seen a few other products popping up here and there that also include agmatine for the intra-workout blend here. But specifically for this, I really like it. Once again, at that 2 scoops, you got a good serving of everything in here. So I'm going to give this a very good rating. It's a 9.4 out of 10. It's very, very, very solid, very basic, but I like how everything is disclosed in the exact amount. That's one thing that Marc is big on, is cutting through the BS in terms of what's in a product. You know exactly what's in here just by looking at the label. Nothing is hidden in the blend. That's awesome stuff. Okay? So once again, 9.4 out of 10. I love the agmatine in here. And I think that was a big selling point here for me, from making it from a boring BCA product to something that's very special in terms of the properties for recovery and blood flow with the agmatine. All right. Next up for effectiveness, it's hard to judge a BCA product solely based on the ingredient profile or on what it does. The main thing you're going to notice, especially when you've been using amino acids for a long duration like I have, is that you notice them more when you don't use them for a period of time. You'll have more soreness, you'll have more lactic acid buildup, and you'll drag a little bit more. However, after a while you become accustomed to the effects of amino acids. So the main thing you just kind of got to notice is if there's any differences in terms of how you respond to this particular amino acid product. I didn't really have any difference in here. The main thing I'm going to base this on effectiveness is that the recovery was on par with everything else, and the pumps are going to be, I guess, amplified, especially 2 scoops of that for a gram of agmatine. You're definitely going to notice that you took this compared to another amino acid product, when you're comparing the two. So for effectiveness for me, I really like this, but once again, the main thing you're going to base this on is the feel from this, from the pump, and from the, I guess, consistency of recovery. So it gets a 9 out of 10 with this stuff. Once again, the main thing I feel is the agmatine for that blood flow, but that's going to be huge. The value with this stuff, it's priced just like any other amino acid product out there for per 30 servings. The one thing that is going to cut down on the value here is if you're rocking 2 scoops at once, it's going to be a little more expensive. So I feel that what's in here is high quality. It mixes well. There's no digestive issues on it. And also, I just like the ingredient profile overall. The taste is good. You'll like drinking it. And the pumps are out of this world in terms of that. Once again, don't get carried away with your agmatine consumption, or it's going to be too much on there. Okay, so for value for this stuff, it's very good. It's an 8.8 out of 10. Main thing I cut down on is because 2 scoops for me, it goes to this pretty dang quick. All right. So for overall for this stuff, it gets a very solid 9.2 out of 10. I really enjoyed this stuff. I'm glad Marc sent it my way, so I can give it a try. This has definitely become one of my favorite not pre-workouts, but intra-workouts, just because I like the amino acid ratio in there, as well as I like the agmatine for the blood flow. Okay, so that was a very novel idea. Marc does a lot of research, and he has a lot of rhyme to his reason in terms of stuff that he puts in his products, and this one is no different. Okay, another product review we're going to have coming in the near future is his new Whole Foods, I guess a meal replacement type antioxidant blend protein, which is actually looking pretty interesting. It's got a lot of basis on the antioxidants and greens in there. So that'll be, I guess, interesting to see in the coming weeks here, but as of yet, it's not in my hands. So today we'll have to settle for this good old machine fuel review. Alright, so definitely give this stuff a check out. It's a very new product. It's something you'll quite enjoy, especially if you love agmatine. I'm looking forward to giving the watermelon a try as well. The grape has been very good to me, and overall, it's been a very good product. So, if you're a huge fan of amino acids, pick some up. Alright everybody, check out good old MTS Nutrition on Facebook. Check out our Facebook page for free stuff every week, including, who knows, might be having some MTS Machine Fuel up for grabs in the near future, or some other goodies from Tiger Fitness or our good buddy Marc. And also make sure to find us on all that good social media stuff. We're everywhere. We're not hard to find. If you have any questions, make sure to email us or just shout it out in the forum. Alright everybody, this has been Petey from SupplementReviews.com reviewing Machine Fuel from MTS Nutrition. Once again, as Marc Lobliner would say, it's not a game!